Music, terrorists, assassins, mafia bosses, serial killers. The Russian courts have given them the maximum penalty, life imprisonment here. That really means until the end of their lives they are all imprisoned on Fire Island, the island of the damned. For centuries during the time of the Tsars the prison was a monastery. Now it houses 200 dangerous criminals. No one has ever managed to escape. Our walls are between 80 and 150 cm thick. You can't dig a hole through them overnight without being noticed. The island is surrounded by water and swamp land. In the summer temperatures reach 35 degrees Celsius. In winter they can fall to -30. There are inmates in this northern Russian maximum security prison who would prefer the death penalty to continuing their incarceration here. At the moment I'd prefer the firing squad. What if I got to live for anyway? A paid job in the prison sewing shop is a privilege. Those who conform are allowed to work here. Those who don't can only escape the boredom of their cells during yard time, pacing round and round in tiny inhuman cages. For the rest of their music lives. Fire Island is reserved for those men who committed their crimes with particularly lower motives and extreme cruelty. 3:05 p.m. C number 8 Wing 4 Captain DEU. Open up prisoner, hands behind your back. Yanov convicted under Section 2 of Articles 105,103. Sentence was passed on March 24, 2016 in Cell 8. There are 8 inmates. 3 are at work. Turn to face me. Good morning. Will now search yourself for forbidden items. No forbidden items here. Turn your back to me. We're putting the handcuffs on. Sharp and pointed items are forbidden. They could be used as weapons or tools for escaping. Come out here. Face the wall. Other side. Any prohibited items on you. Music. No. Articles 105 and 103 of the Russian Criminal Code deal with murder, sex offender and killer. Levanov cruelly and brutally murdered his girlfriend. Guards search Levanov's cell. They're looking for anything that could be used as a weapon or a means of escape. All larger objects are fixed into place to prevent them from being used in a riot situation, says the deputy prisoner governor. All secured. The beds are welded to the floor. STS like these always accommodate 3 or 4 inmates. Music. The only place with any privacy is the toilet that's bolted to the floor. To the lights. Plumbing system. It all works. The ventilator gets rid of the smoke very quickly. We can also see everything the men do in their cells through the security cameras, and we can maintain contact with the prisoners through an intercom system without any risk to music ourselves. Move it. Music. Go in here. Then face me. Take the handcuffs off. In this cell psychologists and profilers normally work with the prisoners. They compile offender profiles for crime prevention purposes of committed rape and murder in a very cruel way. What do you mean by very cruel? I abused my girlfriend. Don't know what to say. I injured her internal organs as well. What does that mean? I'm ashamed to speak about it. What did you do? I tore her internal organs out with my bare hands. Levanov committed his first sex offense at the age of 17. Music. As a juvenile, Liev was convicted of abusing a 9-year-old girl. He tried to rape her. She was the daughter of his brother's partner. Pictures from Russian television. Levanov had to serve a 4-year term in prison for child abuse. Back outside, he murdered Elena Sorina in a garage yard in the central Russian city of Sands. Levanov had met the 21-year-old on the internet. Then, as he told the police, he lured the woman here to carry out sexual experiments with her. Then suddenly he completely lost control. Levanov shows the officers where and how he committed the murder. At first I hit her in the face a few times. Why, asks one of the officers, so she wouldn't put up any resistance. This police video is admissible as evidence in court. We had a psychiatric assessment done in a clinic and the doctors concluded he was of completely sound mind when he committed the crime, and that is still the case today for this murder for particularly lower motives. Levanov was sentenced to 23 years in a prison camp. The state prosecutors appealed, demanding life imprisonment instead, and they were successful in Russia. Life imprisonment literally means detention until the day you die. Theoretically, after 25 years there's a chance to be released for good behavior or mitigating circumstances, and that's what Lenev is hoping for. He claims that at the time of the offense he was not responsible for his actions because he was under the influence of drugs. I smoked spice during my first prison music term, and after I was released I used it more often. It's so easy to get. The dealers just leave it in a pre-arranged place. One dose costs 1,500 or 2,000 rubles. This synthetic stuff changes you. Makes You aggressive and time just starts racing 2000 rubles or about 28 euros reduced. Responsibility remorse good behavior that's the strategy Levanov hopes may enable him to leave Fire Island after 25 years up to now no one who has been sentenced to life imprisonment in Russia has ever